Allison Bornstein and her 3 style words have been all over the internet. And they have been very, very helpful in figuring out my personal style. However, I truly struggled to find out what are my 3 words. If you have similar difficulties, keep on watching and I will tell you how I finally got there. Now, the idea of choosing 3 style words to describe your style isn't new. 3 words are, on one hand, restricting enough, but still allow you to truly develop an individual style because your choice of 3 words is going to be quite unique. However, what sets Allison's approach apart is that she gives each single word a specific function. And I found that a lot more helpful. So I will link Allison's video on this topic below if you want to rewatch that, but I'll just give a quick recap. So Allison says to choose 3 style words and try to mix them into your outfits to create outfits that are individual to you. She recommends choosing accessories and stuff like that to be able to switch it into each outfit as one word or another may be missing. Now, what function does she assign every style word? Let's start with the first one. The first one is the one I struggled with the most. It's the one she says to look at the clothes you actually wear. Not the clothes you love, the clothes you wear. And I looked, and I could not find one word to describe them all. So first I thought maybe it's chic, but I do have some clothes that lean more casual, and I wear them a lot. Then I thought maybe it's flowy, soft, but I do have structured pieces that I love and that I wear. Perhaps it's neutral, but there's a little bit of color. So what is it? And I truly couldn't figure it out. And in the end, I asked my husband, who's very interested in fashion, and he helped me solve this problem. So my first advice would be, if you're struggling, ask someone else, someone who knows your wardrobe. So it could be your mom, your kid, your husband, a good friend. Even if it's someone who is not interested in fashion, I think as long as they are ready to take some time and think about it, perhaps the outsider's perspective will be very, very helpful. And the answer my husband gave me was, I think all your clothes are flattering for you. And I was like, yes, you're absolutely right. This is something I always look for. I want my clothes to be flattering. But I never thought about it as being a style word. So, quick disclaimer, what I think of as flattering is not changing my body, creating an illusion. It's not about creating an hourglass. It's not about looking thinner. It's not about looking taller. It's about working with my body, making my body shine, wearing stuff that is good for me, my body, and isn't trying to hide anything, change anything, or overpower anything. That is really important for me. So in the future, I think if there's an outfit that I feel is perhaps not quite me, perhaps I can try to make it more flattering. Now, I do have to say that not all my clothes are super, super flattering. For example, I have this red dress that I think looks amazing on me. I've gotten a ton of compliments wearing it, and I think it works really, really well with my body. I love the way this sits on my body. It's soft, it's flowy, it shows off my curves where they are, it doesn't restrict my body. I think it's great. At the same time, I also like to wear this sweater, which is a lot more loose. If you go with the classic fruit-shaped body theory, this would not be recommended because my waist isn't visible at all. But I think because the color is great for me, because it is very soft, which works with my body. The color is also very soft. It's not too long, so you still see kind of my frame. I tend to wear it with my sleeves pushed back so you can see my wrists. I think it doesn't overpower me, and I really like wearing it, even though it is not as flattering as the red dress. So this is important to say, okay, there's a spectrum. It doesn't have to go to the extremes, but still, if I wear something I feel doesn't look good on me, I don't want to wear it. And that is what my first word is about. So now on to the second style word. This was quite easy for me, but I don't think it has to be. So the second style word Allison says is the one look we want, the thing we aspire to style-wise. So I think most of us will have a Pinterest board. If not, for this step, you should probably get a mood board or something like that, where we pin all the stuff we love. The problem often is we have too much. So we lose focus and we don't know, well, I have something that's very sporty and I have something that's very elegant and I have something British and I have something super girly. What's my style? So I think the most important part here is to really focus and select and curate and do another round of curation and perhaps another round and perhaps think in another direction. And then when you have finally found your truly small group of inspiration pictures that you say, yes, this is what I want, then look at them and think, what is the connecting part? And if you can't figure it out at this point, perhaps again, ask a friend or someone else. But I think the most important part in this, as for this word, is actually the restriction, because we can go just keep on pinning, keep on scrolling, finding more and more cute outfits that are nice, but not what our styles truly should be about and what we feel most strongly about. So truly find restriction. For me personally, I didn't have to look into my Pinterest board. I knew what I wanted. What I wanted was what I call Japanese style. Now, I spent 4 months in Japan as an intern, and it was one of the best times of my life. Wonderful countries, such lovely people. And I think because thinking of that time makes me so happy, I want to take a little piece of that and bring it to my wardrobe. But also, I just like the look. So when I think of Japanese style, I do not think of Harajuku style or city boy style. You may think about that. And that is why the 3 style words are always specific to you. So I think of the way let's say, the adult woman typically dresses for work, for day-to-day wear. So it's often clothes that are more fitted in the shoulder, looser in the body. Neutral colors, I would say most often, chunkier shoes, a lot of hats because sun protection is considered so very important over there. It's a very specific way of wearing clothes, a bit more loose on loose perhaps. 2 pieces that I will share that truly feel Japanese for me and that I love to wear and add to my outfits to give that twist. And if I wear them, I think my outfits are a lot more individual and unique and interesting. So that is what the 3 style words are about. So the first thing is this bucket hat. I don't know if you feel the same way, but I think bucket hats are worn quite often in Asian countries, more than here. Here they only got popular a couple of years ago. So for me, this does feel Japanese. And I like adding this because accessories are always so easy to add in. I have this one. This is a bit thicker for, let's say, fall and warmer winter days. I have one made of a denim fabric that's great for summer. And they are an easy throw on for outfits where I think this Japanese aspect is lacking a bit. The other piece that I really love is this denim jacket I found this year. This is cut like, let's say, traditional Japanese clothes often are, especially menswear, like a T shape. So if you would wrap it, it may look like a yukata, which is the, let's say, casual kimono. I think this is really cool. I think this is quite a unique piece. So I'm really happy with this piece. And I'm still looking for more pieces in this category. Now, let's talk about the third word. The third word I was again struggling with a bit. The third word, Allison says, is about the way you want to feel in your clothes. And I love that because we often think about the way you look in clothes, but we rarely think about what we feel like in our clothes. And that's so, so important. So my first thought was that I want to feel like an elegant lady on a holiday in Saint-Tropez, let's call it, or Riviera chic or something like that. Elegant, but not in a formal city way, more like, yes, relaxing on holidays, but still looking very, very chic and elegant. A little bit retro, perhaps. But it didn't feel completely like me, let's say. So I thought, yeah, what else could it be? And what in the end helped me out was actually Allison's book, which you should get because as you and I both enjoy her content, I think it's great to support her. She has this list of adjectives that she says we could consider for our style words. And I was going through and I found one that I felt fit very well with what I want for my third word. So I would encourage you to get the book. but you could just kind of create lists yourself and go through and think of anything sounds like you. Or I'm sure there are lists of certain similar adjectives on the internet to go through. Or again, ask someone for help to just create a list of feelings, and you can choose something from that that feels appropriate. So in the end, what I choose was actually sensual. Now, as I said before, it's always about what the word means to you, not to anybody else. When I think of sensual, I think mostly of the feeling of clothes on my body. I really am a tactile shopper. I go through stores with my fingertips, and when something is soft, I pick it out. So the feeling of clothes is very important to me. I like to wear cashmere. I like to wear silk. I really don't like scratchy, tight, itchy fabrics. I'm really picky in that way. So for me, it's a lot about, just enjoying the slide of silk on your skin. Tying a silk scarf can feel really nice. Wearing a bracelet and a jingles on your wrist when you move. It's also about femininity for me. So it's perhaps also about exposing a clavicle, a little bit of your back, a shoulder, pushing up your sleeves to show up your wrists. I think this gives me a feeling of this feminine sensuality, and this is what I want to feel more in my clothes. I want to feel soft, feminine, and embraced by my wonderful clothes. So I haven't thought about this aspect much before. I knew I liked soft clothes, but I never thought about the sensual aspect of it. And I think this will be very, very helpful for me going forward, because when I have outfits that, looking in the mirror, I think look okay, but don't feel like myself, I think it could help to add in a piece that gives me that sensuality, to make the look feel more like me, because this is so important, because it's a feeling part. I think it's the most important part of the 3 words. I'm really looking forward to see how thinking more about this can improve my wardrobe. So this is how I found my 3 style words. I'm looking forward to seeing how using them will improve my wardrobe, and if I will stay with these 3 words, or if I will switch one out further down the road, which could happen. It's a journey. I would love to hear from you what your 3 style words are, how you used them, and how you found them, because I think there are quite a lot of people struggling. So share your info. I am really, really looking forward to seeing you again in my next video. Have a wonderful day, and goodbye.